Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Welcome to August. You know, just like yesterday we're in January, today we're in August, and before you say Jack, we'll be in December. The year would have ended. So have you achieved your set goals? You know, at the beginning of every year we are quick to write down, I will do this, I will do that. So how far have you gone? Anyway, that's by the way. I want to talk about something here that concerns everybody. On the 1st of August, we heard that a small plane crashed at Oba Akran. Thankfully, we didn't lose anyone. God has been so merciful. Now, on that 1st of August, a young doctor's career was cut short. I don't know whether you are aware, but this young woman was she was doing housemanship at the General Hospital Odan in Lagos Island. But you know, she woke up that day, 1st of August. I'm sure she must have been very happy. She woke up very happy, very energetic, full of life to go to work, because she had 2 weeks to the end of her housemanship. She was doing her housemanship. You know, medical doctors, when they are done with their 6 years in school, when they leave, they will do housemanship 1 year in any hospital. After that, before they proceed to do the youth service. Now, this young woman was serving with the Lagos Island Hospital, not Lagos Island Hospital, General Hospital in Lagos Island. And that particular day, she was going downstairs. She wanted to use the lift to go and pick up her food, because she placed an order for food. When her food arrived, the dispatch rider called her. She said, okay, I'm coming. She was in that lift, and the thing fell from the 10th floor and crashed. When you watch online, when you listen to what people are saying, you find that this place, this particular hospital, they have been complaining about this lift. You know, this thing that happened now, the condition of this hospital is a representation of what Nigeria is right now. We don't care. You know, we're gradually losing our humanness. It does not concern us. You know, this conspiracy of silence. Nobody wants to say anything because it does not concern me. But that day, when this thing fell, they said the lady was in, she was in there shouting, please, I don't want to die. Somebody should help me. Can you imagine? I've been trying to replay that thing in my mind. Because you're face to face with death. And she was crying. When that thing happened, it took 1 hour for rescue to come. And when rescue eventually came, you know, she has lost so much blood. They rushed her to the emergency unit, no blood. A friend said that as far back as 2006, when he went there to visit some people, that lift was faulty. So the lift has been faulty for a very long time. And I also read that another house officer said she was trapped in the lift. So when she came out, when she eventually came out, she mobilized some of her colleagues. You know, they wanted to protest. A senior officer, a senior medical officer, medical doctor told her that she was being a nuisance, that she should join politics because that is where they fight. Can you imagine? Maybe if they had done something that time, maybe this lady would still be alive today. A promising young doctor. Imagine what her contributions to the health sector would have been in Nigeria. That is why they jacked her. And will you blame them? Will you blame anybody that is living? Because the country does not appreciate anyone. Conspiracy of silence. Nobody wants to say anything. Oh, it does not concern me. As if they are immune to death. Don't they have senior medical doctors there? Do they use the lift? So since they have been using the lift, what have they observed? That doctor, doesn't that hospital have a management in place? Have they not been seeing that lift? They have been seeing it. But because they feel that it does not concern me, how can they say it does not concern me? Don't they use it? How can you be in a lift that is shaking, the wobbling, 10th floor is not here? Now it has happened. You know, we are too reactive here. It's only when something happens that they start, okay, they will set up a committee to look into it. Oh, we'll bring people to justice. Oh, we'll bring people to book. Which book? The book must have been rusty by now. Every time we are bringing people to book, but the lady is gone. Even the hospital couldn't help one of their own. Imagine in emergency. They couldn't help one of their own. So that means you have 10 floors, you don't have anything in place to say, okay, when something happens, how do we handle emergency? Nothing, no first aid, no fire service, nothing. If help had come early, this lady would still be with us today. Imagine if this person was an outsider. Imagine it. An outsider coming, that is still the same way they would do it. Nobody gives a root. Carelessness, wickedness of people in management. You see, it is high time we started demanding accountability from these people because they are taking us for a ride. Are you saying that money has not been mapped out for this project? And of course, it will just enter into some abadas and deep pockets, and the person doesn't care. You don't know if it is your person, it is your relative that will be there. You do not know. But it's in wickedness. It is only when you love people, when you love the people you are leading, that you'll be able to consider them, consider their protests, consider their complaints. But if you don't, you say, let them complain now. I will handle it. And that leaves, I'm sure they'll be managing it. You know, we like to manage things, even when we have money. What are we even talking about? The previous administration, they had Aso Rock Clinic. Was it functional? No. The president, even for earache, he would just rush to London. When we have all manner of consultants in Nigeria. Aso Rock Clinic did not work. Is it the ones outside that will work? We're still joking. We are joking. When you look at what happened during the COVID-19 era, 2020, how our big, wealthy, and influential people were dying here because the borders were closed. They couldn't fly abroad. You know, you will start to imagine that with what happened, we would have learned, by now, we would have learned a lesson to keep our public places in good order. What happened in 2020? But till now, we are still facing the same thing. Some people have to pay for this. They can't just allow them to go scot-free. And doctors in the hospitals in Lagos Island, they said they will be on strike for 5 days. They'll be offering skeletal services. Only emergency. Can you imagine emergency? But they had an emergency, they could not cope with it. One of their own, they couldn't save one of their own. You see why people rush to private hospitals? But even if you rush to private hospital and there needs to be a referral, it's still to this kind of hospital that will send you to. And when you get there, see what happens. You see, that's why people complain. When they say that they are being neglected, they complain of negligence. It's still these same doctors that will come out to write a letter that nothing of that sort happened. Now look at it, happening right under their nose. This culture of anyhowness, leave it, manage it, and we'll look into it. You see why people are always crying? Doctors are now on strike because it concerns one of their own. What about other people that don't have anybody to speak for them? Okay, what about if this thing had happened to someone else that's not in the medical profession, that's not a doctor, just anybody, a citizen that was rushed to that place? What could have been that person's fate? If you are talking about it, they will say, and so what, and so what, and so what. Tomorrow, the breeze will blow. It will pass. We'll face another thing. But somebody's life has been cut short. A young woman, a promising young woman, she must have had plans to advance her career. Maybe Japa to go and do some, whatever, you know, some specialist courses. But she is no more here. Because some people failed her. Her place of work failed her. What would they say? Nothing. We don't care. So long as that thing does not concern us directly, we don't care. It's everywhere. It's in every organization. Corruption. You know, corruption has eaten so deep into the fabrics of this nation. You don't even know where to touch. You know, it's like leprosy that's eaten off the edges of the fingers and the toes and the nose and everywhere. That is how it is. Corruption is endemic in this society. This lady died because of corruption. Somebody failed to do what they're supposed to do. Corruption is everywhere. It's not only when somebody is giving you money. It's when you fail to do what you're supposed to do. when they give you a responsibility and you say, okay, I will do it, but you are not doing it. What explanation would the management of this organization give? What explanation would they give? We have to start demanding accountability. And people, if somebody does something like this to you, or maybe you feel that a terrible thing happened to you or one of your relations, I think you should go to court. Some people must be brought to book. These girls, ladies, I know that it is painful, but they should take the people that should be taken to court, they should take them to court. People, when they start paying, I'm sure some people will sit up. Abroad, this kind of a thing, they will pay and pay and pay and pay. I think they should take it up. They shouldn't allow it like that. Just, okay, here they will tell you, hey, leave it now, leave it for God to judge. When? Will you be there when God will judge them? When? How long are we going to leave it? So it's time. Time has come for people to take up the challenge. Do what they're supposed to do. Hold people accountable. When they fail to do what they're supposed to do, we hold them accountable. You have failed us. You're not doing what they're supposed to do. Asura clinic, not working. The ones outside, not working. You go to general hospital, everything you have to buy. Paracetamol, a syringe, they will send you, hey, go and buy, go and bring this, go and bring that. Everything, you'll be running kitty, kata, kata. They will even leave your loved one there. You don't care. Now look at it. You don't reach their domot. They couldn't even do anything. Emergency situation is emergency situation. By the time that little thing was falling, I'm sure it was making so much noise. First aid should be there, oxygen should have been there, blood, everything should have been there. Emergency. When you watch films, you see how they handle emergency situations like this. But we've not learned anything. We keep quiet. When you see something, say something. I mean, imagine what would have happened if the management of that hospital had, called a carpenter or whatever. I don't know how they do that. Locked the place. This place is out of use. Take the state. When they see that place is out of use, the government will fix it. They know what to do. It's not as if they don't know what to do. Now that this thing has happened, you will see they will fix it. That thing that has refused to be fixed for a long time, now you will see they will put it in order. Maybe they will check other public places and ensure that the right thing is done. Why? Why must we wait for something bad to happen before we take up a challenge, before we do what you're supposed to do? For how long? We keep losing them. Avoidable deaths like this one. We keep losing them. And tomorrow you will come out to say that, vote for me. Vote for you for what? The one that they gave you, you didn't do it well. Anyway, I'm very, very angry. I'm upset with this thing. I'm upset. I wish I had the power to do something aside this one that I'm doing. Take care of yourself. Oh. If you're visiting someone and it's a high-rise building and you are not sure of the lift, if you cannot climb the stairs, call the person, please, I'm downstairs. Can you come? If the person cannot come, just leave him or her and go your way. Stay alive because you need to stay alive. If you're not sure of any building, don't use their lift. At least you can climb the stairs if you have the strength. Otherwise, you can go home. Call the person on the phone. I mean, I cannot climb the stairs. I'll see you some other time. I'll see you at home, or I'll see you in church, or I'll see you somewhere. I don't know. Just tell him something. Anyway, make I dey go. But I'm angry. Please, we need to be careful. We need to be responsible. We need to be proactive, pragmatic. Let's do the right thing at the right time. This idea of I don't care, it does not concern me, as if your own life, that thing cannot happen to you. As if one of your people cannot come to visit you there and something like this will happen. As if. Anyway, let me go for now. I'll see you in the next video. But before you leave, kindly remember to kindly subscribe to my channel. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh my God, it's painful. Anyway, please be careful. Be careful. That's all. Everybody is on their own. Yes, we are running our affairs ourselves. Oh, thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.